reason being, Peter Jock got to play, Jared Uthoff got to play. They wouldn't have gotten to play otherwise. They got to play 6 games. And I thought it was great for Gabe. He really took a jump. I thought it was great for Woodbury. So, you know, I don't know, again, I mean, how you want to phrase it. I don't think we ran out of gas. We got away from defending the way that we should be defending. Now, was that fatigue? Well, it shouldn't be, because we were playing 11. You know, if guys are only playing, now I will say this, if anybody was tired last year, it would have been White and Marble, because their minutes dramatically increased. If you look at the numbers, they were averaging about 30, then all of a sudden it goes to 36. I left them on the floor. If I had to do it over again, I probably would have rested those 2 guys a little bit more. I'm going to analyze it and be honest with myself. But everybody else was still playing about the same. I didn't think we had tired personnel. I thought we relied too much. We were scoring the ball so well. To go to 19-6, I thought we relied too much on our offense. And we were a good offensive team, and we were still a good offensive team, even in defeat. We just weren't good enough defensively.
Coach, I know you make your own luck in sports, and that's a typical thing, but you had a lot of close games the last 2 years, and you know, at some point you got to stop and take inventory and wonder, have you just been a little more unfortunate than you'd like to be the last couple of years? Or?
There was a couple games where that would stick out, you know, but I think you look at this league, all right, and you know, sometimes certain teams get dismissed, but you forget that, you know, Penn State beat Ohio State twice last year. And one of the toughest road wins we had all year was at Penn State. You know, we beat Northwestern twice and then lose to them in the tournament. They make a ton of threes. But they have good players. Penn State has good players. And that's what this league is. You're going to be in close games. And there was a question a minute ago about guard play, and this, well, that's where guard play really manifests itself, is you know, in close games. You make your free throws late, do you not turn it over late, you have a shot every time down the floor, are you getting the ball to the right people? Do you understand time and score? So I think you look at this team, you know, we certainly have the experience to be able to make those decisions and hopefully help us in tight games.
Fran, you by
We made a couple of references to defense. How, basically, the same core guys, how do you improve the defense?
Well, I think in a couple of ways. I mean, obviously you look at, you know, did we play too much man? Did we play too much zone? Did we play not enough of one? Should we press more, press less? You analyze that. Then you look at rebounding, okay? We've been a much better rebounding team the last 2 years than previous to. And that is one of the reasons why we won 25 and 20, because we couldn't continue to rebound the ball the way we were and expect to win 20 games. So then it comes down to, okay, break down your practice. How much time are you spending on offense? How much time are you spending on defense? Okay, and how much of a premium do you put on it? How much premium do you put on blocking out? Do you do blockout drills? You know, I've always been kind of the school of thought, go rebound the ball. The ball comes off the rim, go get it. Not worry about blocking out, pivoting, and having your arms here, your foot there. That sucker comes off the rim, go get it, and then run to the other end of the floor and attack. Well, when you're playing teams that are downshifting with smaller lineups, they got quickness that is flying to the glass too. So you got to put a body on somebody. So we're going to put more of a premium on that. So I think those are the things, Mike, that you break down, that you analyze and say, okay, what can we do? You know, maybe improve it here a little bit, and here a little bit, and here a little bit, and here a little bit. That ultimately you've improved it to the level that really makes a difference.
how do you navigate such a? I mean, it's probably the most difficult non-conference schedule played. How do you navigate that?
I don't know that there's a formula to navigate that. I think what you have to do is make a decision. Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you think that this team has the mental toughness that would enable them to handle that kind of schedule, knowing what comes behind it, which is 18 monsters? Okay. Now you know you're going to have the ACC Big Ten Challenge. You know you're going to play in a high-profile tournament. But we wanted our team in Madison Square Garden. We wanted our team on national TV. You know, to go to Carolina and play is to be a great opportunity for our program. You You know, we know what the Iowa State game is. We know what the Northern Iowa game is. Both of those teams are going to be spectacular this year. So they'll have great interest, but they will challenge our team in many different ways. But we also looked at the other teams on our schedule to try to be aware of RPI as best you can. But you got to be smart. You can't take them all on, but you know, you got to look and say, okay, do we maybe not play a bottom 350, bottom 300? You know, you get 150 to 200, and that could impact your eventual RPI and determine what happens on Selection Sunday. So, you know, what happened to us a couple of years ago when I thought we deserved to be in and we weren't in, it was all non-conference schedule. So we, last year and this year, we said, let's go take them on. And I do think it can backfire on you. But I do think, knowing what comes behind it, I think you're better prepared playing a difficult non-conference schedule than you would be otherwise.
Coach, you have a